Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are back with a brand new review. Thank you so much for joining me on this video today. If you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and click the subscribe button, and right beside it there's a little bell icon. Definitely click on that to get notified when I do upload a video. Again, YouTube has changed a lot of things. Sometimes you won't get notified when there's a new video. Sometimes people are getting unsubscribed. What are you doing, YouTube? Today we are back with a review on a Smashbox foundation. This is the Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Hydrating Foundation. This is actually my first Smashbox foundation. I have tried their primers, I have tried lip sticks from them and a couple of eyeshadows, but never base products, so I was super excited to try it out. Smashbox did go ahead and send this to me. Thank you so much to Smashbox for allowing me to have the opportunity to try this out and let me create a video that expresses my opinion and how the foundation worked out for my skin. Okay, right now it is winter time and my skin has become a little bit more on the dry side, especially my forehead area and around my mouth area. I'm normally pretty normal skin, a little bit shiny in the T-zone area, but as the months are getting very cold, my skin is really changing. So I'm looking for a foundation that still allows my skin to look healthy and plump, but still long lasting, because a lot of the dewy foundations don't last that long. So I need a foundation that's going to last me longer than 8 hours because I'm at work all day long. I have mine in shade 3.1 and I think it's a pretty good match. At first when I swatched it, I thought it looked a little bit more on the pinky red side, but once you blend it into the skin and you have your entire makeup on, it really does suit my skin tone when you are in person. I don't know how it's picking up on camera, but I'm really loving the way it looks on the skin. It matches really well. You can't see a difference between the neck and the face, which is a big no-no for me. So I'm loving the shade. They did go ahead and send me the 3.2 also, and that one is a little bit deeper in shade. I'm normally an NC 42, 44 in MAC, just as a reference for anyone, and this one's very good. Now this foundation is supposed to be 15-hour wear long. It's supposed to look very natural on the skin, a little bit hydrating also, and it's not supposed to be cakey or anything like that. So those are the claims, the main claims on this foundation. First of all, we're just going to quickly touch up on the bottle. I am really liking this bottle. It is a glass bottle, so definitely gives that luxurious and high-end feel to it. It does have a pump, which is always great. Less mess, you have more control over product coming out of the bottle, okay? And it's just very sleek. It's not too bulky, so it's easy to store. So I am loving this. It is an oil-free foundation for those of you who are concerned about that. There is 30 ml, so 1 fluid ounce, which is the standard size for a foundation nowadays. The texture of this foundation, when you do pump it up, I do feel like it has like more like this liquidy gel kind of consistency. It's definitely not on the thick side, but it's not on the super runny side where it feels like it's watery. It has that balance in between, and it feels a little bit like a gel consistency, which I did enjoy. I feel like it blended out really well because of that. It has enough slip for the product to really spread on the skin. Now when I do apply this foundation, I did go ahead and apply it with a beauty blender. Not a beauty blender, this is actually the L'Oreal Beauty Sponge. I pump about 2 pumps of the foundation, stipple it all over the face, and then I go ahead and pounce my beauty blender. The beauty blender did absorb a lot of the product in the demo video, so I did go in with a second pump and I tried it with a second pump, and as you guys can see, it's very buildable. So this foundation off the bat is it's a high light coverage but very buildable to a high full coverage in my opinion. I don't think that if you have very heavy acne marks and scars, it's going to completely cover. You will have to color correct before applying the foundation because it's not on the thick full coverage side. The foundation really evened out my skin tone very, very well. You don't see any discoloration really around my mouth area, and I did not color correct, just to point that out. And the skin just looks like skin. That's what I'm loving about this foundation. My skin is shining through the foundation. Even though my skin has been almost perfected, you can still see the texture of my skin, but like in a good way. And you can still see little freckles peeking through here and there. So it gives a very natural look to the skin, and a very wearable foundation at that. It's not looking cakey at all. It doesn't get any patchiness, and it doesn't cling on to any of my dry or textured areas of the skin. So the foundation in a nutshell is really, really natural looking, but gives you an amazing amount of coverage without it being full coverage. I have to say that I really, really am enjoying it. I used it for 2 days straight before doing this review, and I went to work for 9 hours, came home. I do a bunch of things when I get home. By the time I'm taking off my makeup, it is like midnight sometimes, and the makeup is like still intact for the most part. A little bit on the jawline area is where it's kind of fading off. I want to say by the 10-hour mark, but that's because you're touching your face and you're moving around and things like that. But my blush, my highlight, and my bronzer were still intact. Yesterday I had this makeup on for so long because I was busy editing videos, and I didn't go to bed till about 1:30, and when I looked at my face, I can still see the bronzer, the blush, and the highlight on my face. That says a lot about the foundation when your powder makeup can really cling on to the foundation and stay throughout the day. It didn't fade off at all, so I'm super, super impressed. This foundation, I do have to set certain areas of my face with a little bit of powder, like my smile lines, so it doesn't crease into there. I'm going to say that when you first initially put it on, it does look very dewy, but then once it sets, it gives you more of a demi matte finish, in my opinion, and it really helps control the oils. I don't feel like I get shiny over time wearing this foundation. I didn't need to blot or anything like that. It just really stayed intact with me. Usually certain foundations, especially hydrating foundations, around the nose area is where I get on the oily side, and with this one I didn't get oily at all. It pretty much stayed demi matte throughout the entire day. Impressive. Super, super impressive. I feel like this is one of those foundations that can go for a dry skin to someone who has oily skin, depending on the primer you use, but it has that texture and that feel and that long-lasting ability that, like, it really reminds me of the NARS Sheer Glow. The NARS Sheer Glow, I feel like it goes on every skin type. It looks amazing on every skin type, and this one really hit the mark with me. I feel like this foundation will do well on oily skin. If you're using a mattifying primer, you are good to go. Because this has more of a demi matte finish, it's going to look good on your skin. You probably will have to powder more than I do, but I feel like it will work out anyways. And if you do have normal to dry skin, I feel like it's really good because it's a hydrating foundation. Even though it has a demi matte finish, it's not drying and it's not completely a flat matte. So it does have dimension and it does keep your skin hydrated, but it just keeps it from looking shiny at all throughout the day. So it's a hit. It's definitely a hit for me. I am impressed. I am loving it, and I definitely recommend you guys checking out this foundation. The shade range is pretty good, so definitely go into your Sephora, get you a sample, try it out, see how long it wears. It is beautiful. That is it for this review. It was sweet and short and to the point because I have nothing but amazing things to say about this foundation. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely let me know your experience with the foundation in the comment section. Your skin type, did it work out for you? Why didn't it work out for you, if that? But I think overall it has been, it's an amazing foundation. I personally haven't seen any other reviews, and after doing mine, now I want to see what other people are saying, so I'm going to do that too. But comment down below and let me know your opinion. Thank you so much for watching. Do not forget to share this video so it reaches others, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Ciao!